I'm here with Robert Garcia. Robert, a little while ago, incident went down in the gym. You guys were training. You're training from 9 to 11, doing some interviews after training. Talk to me about what happened when Freddie Roach came to the gym.
Well, he came in and first thing he did was walk up to me. I was actually doing an interview with some lady from the Philippines, and Roach, approached me with bad words, saying you gotta get the fuck out of the gym. I said I ain't going nowhere. Let me, we still got a few more minutes left. I even explained to him, that we had interviews with ESPN earlier that morning. That's the reason why we were taking 15, 20 minutes after our hour. And then he said, "You gotta get out of here, you piece of shit." It's on video, It's not like I'm making anything up. He said, "You gotta get out of here, you piece of shit." And then that's when everything started. Donald, Alex, they got my back. They started going at it with Freddie, and Freddie called Donald fucking Mexican or something like that. I think it was. You fucking Mexican. Then he went off on Ellie also, calling him a fucking Jew, stuff like that. Hey, what can I say? I kept my cool. I didn't want. I wasn't gonna hit him. I sure wasn't gonna hit him. I kept my cool, and I let security or whoever was take care of everything.
When he walked up to you, did you anticipate that it was going to be a problem? Did you think it was going to be an issue? Because you knew time was running over a little bit, but did you assume that it was going to escalate to the point that it did?
Never did. Simple fact is he's seen Brandon almost getting, pretty much finished, just cooling down at the machine. All he could have asked is, how much time do you guys got left, Robert? Manny's coming in a few minutes. I would have told him, look, give us 15 more minutes. You guys could start wrapping up if you guys want. It's not like I'm gonna stay here all throughout his training. He could actually come tomorrow and sit down and watch Brandon train. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It's not like the last 2 days of training he's gonna pick something up. I'm sure all the cameras are showing him whatever we're doing anyways. It's not. There's no. I ain't complaining about that. I think he was just approached us. He tried to intimidate us. He thought we were gonna run off, scared because Freddie was telling us. We were late because Lee from Top Rank had us do that ESPN live thing with Brandon. So we started 15 minutes late. Manny wasn't even there. So stay quiet, just sit down and wait for us to leave. We left and Manny wasn't even there yet. So what's the problem? What's the purpose of starting a fight like the way he did? We never had that intention. We left and didn't. It's not like we stayed to see Manny train. I don't need to do that.
Do you think that any of the stuff that had happened in the past, whether it's past videos or the talking back and forth, any of that animosity that had been built up between their camp and your camp, had anything to do with the fact that maybe he had that riled up inside and there was just waiting for an opportunity to be able to flex that?
Not at all. Not at all. Because see, we're in the same sport, and we're not. I don't just train Brandon, and he doesn't just train Manny. We train many other fighters. I see him at local Southern California shows all the time. And guess what? The first thing he does is comes up to me and shakes my hand. So, of course, that's not the problem. I think he's just, he just wanted to cause something, try to get into our head or try to scare us. Brandon wasn't scared. I wasn't scared. I wasn't worried at all. He's worried. That's why he started that. He comes up to me and shakes my hand. He goes up to Brandon and takes pictures with him. I'm not making things up. Everybody's seen those pictures. And at fights, at local fights in Southern California, he comes up to me and shakes my hand. Asks me how I'm doing. I do the same back to him. I don't have nothing against him. I've said it before, I'll say it again. What he's done in boxing is something that me as a trainer, I admire. I actually, I admire what he's done in boxing. I respect what he's done. What he's done with Manny and so many other fighters is something that, like it or not, you got to admire, you got to respect. And I'm the first one to admit that I got to respect what he's done. I truly do.
Do you feel that because of the altercation and what happened, it changes things a little bit? It makes things a little bit more personal now? Or what effect, if any, does it have on your camp for the rest of fight weekend heading into the fight?
It shouldn't. I don't think it should. It's all it does is hypes up the fight a little more, and if it affects them, then it's too bad for them. I don't think it should affect Manny either. Manny's a professional. Manny's a true fighter. It shouldn't. It's not affecting us. As you see, I kept my cool. Brandon kept training. It's like Brandon got into a fight. Brandon kept his cool. It's not going to affect us at all.